You see, this video is actually not a reaction, but it might have a little bit of a discussion, and it's actually a tier list of all characters in the show. Welcome to Iruma-kun from seasons 1 to 3, nothing in the manga, but I will be spoiling everything from the seasons 1 to 3, obviously enough, speaking my opinion, talking to why I love or dislike certain characters. It will be slightly structured? Sure, slightly structured. Where I'll be going over characters that are first not from Biblis, and to be more accurate, just no teachers or no students. That's the first part. Then we have the teachers, then students, and finally, more specifically when it comes to students, the misfit ones. This is gonna take hours. And first we're going with the 5 fingers, I believe. So the leader, I think he's gonna go into B. We don't know anything about them. They've been hyped a lot. They've said that they're incredibly valuable, incredibly powerful, but that's about it for now. We don't know much. I'm placing him in B because I have a lot of hope, a lot of potential. They're the first ones that really showed me a serious arc. They were willing to destroy literally everyone at the water park arc just for distraction in order to get a specific character which is coming up. Yeah, definitely interesting. Especially interesting is the number 2, the second finger, I believe, because she does have a connection to Iruma. Maybe she is a love interest? Not sure. At the very least a friend. So I feel like she's probably the one that will get redeemed, but who knows? I have no idea where this can go. I hope they get serious, especially because of season 3, which we'll get to there. There's villains I want to talk about. But yeah, real quickly, the rest of the fingers. I just don't know anything. I really don't know anything about them, just placing them in C. I don't think I have enough information, but because of the importance of what they had in Water Park, and because I think their character designs are decent, especially the skeleton. Skeleton, I think I like him the most. There's 6 of them. Are they 6 fingers or more? I don't remember. What's the name of the organization? There's also the small gentleman with the insane power. You know what? I like him the most out of the ones that we don't know much about. The other two, no, I definitely like her more because we know more. The leader, I feel like I have to place the leader higher because there's obviously enough. This is a shonen. The leader will obviously enough have to be awesome in some way or fashion. We haven't seen the magic of anyone except the small guy, and yeah, I think that's the only magic we've seen, kinda. Maybe her magic as well, I don't remember. Regardless though, talking about antagonists, because now it's time for a very, very important part. The 3 antagonists of season 3, where we got the insane review at episode 19, which I somehow skipped. I don't know how, but I did. Ocho, you would be here. At best. I don't like his design. He does have the interesting thing about being in the second religion, which it's interesting. He got absolutely destroyed by Robin, and pretty much it was said that he will probably be killed if he goes to Biblis ever again, which I'm very curious to see. But he deserves to be in B solely on the fact that he had one of the biggest, I guess, wins for the antagonists. He made a remarkably important discovery that Iruma is a human. And he proved it. So yeah, that's such an insanely big deal that can really destroy everything. And the one responsible for that is currently what we have as the biggest villain. These guys, the 5 fingers, worked for him. We still don't know anything about him. He is the brother of Sabrok, so he does have my interest piqued. He's also a very messed up individual. He's the one that encouraged the next person we'll be talking about, which we'll see where he's gonna land. But we don't have enough information. He hasn't done anything yet. I don't know. Oh, there is a little bit of Sabrok saying something that he doesn't want to become like his brother, one of them. He does have multiple siblings, so I wonder whether it is him. But let's go with the most interesting, to me, antagonist of the series so far.
Kiryu.
Not gonna place him at S yet, because I don't think he's reached his full potential. Kiryu, I think, is the brilliance of this show. He's a manifestation of why I really enjoy it. He was introduced, was great, of just a casual, fun individual that doesn't seem too impressive, but the way he's messed up, the way he wants to bring demonkind to how they were, the little revelation of Iruma being a human, and how he reacted, of him wanting to devour him. Yeah, I think he's absolutely going to be the final antagonist. I'm gonna place him there. This is a prediction. It could go in many different ways, but he's absolutely there. Ocho is this high solely. I don't like his character design. Also, I love the character design of Kiryu. I really do. He absolutely deserves to be a first A. The only reason he isn't S is because I don't think he's reached his full potential. Not even close. So I'm very excited for that. I want him to be the first one to either kill a character or seriously do something that really messes with the characters. He is the first real villain to me. I don't think he will be redeemed, not even remotely. So I think he definitely should be the very top. Especially just for a villain at the very least. Now though, now. So the one that taught one of my favorite characters, and the wind guy. I'm gonna, you know what? D just stands for decent. C stands for curious. A's characters I really like, and S is obvious. But yeah, D is decent. I don't particularly like her, I don't dislike her, I just think she fulfilled her role in the story, her ability is not even that interesting, so she's just there. Maybe in the future I'll change my mind, but at least when it comes to the anime, she's just there. Now, I forget her name, I think it started with a B. She's the sister of Robin. I really do like her story of the way she changed, the way she actually tried to push Iruma to give up because she didn't want to get her hopes up again and actually get her entire personality destroyed again. I don't know, I can't speak. But I just like her backstory. I really appreciate that she's the first one that actually taught Iruma how to fight. So for me, that's a very big deal. And she definitely deserves to be definitely above these guys. We got more. Yeah, definitely. She's going to be the queen of B for now. Because we actually got her backstory. We get to know her a little bit. She also has a love interest towards Sullivan, which I think is interesting. Don't know where she's gonna go. But for now, she also learned the fact that Iruma is a human, so she's absolutely a very important character we'll be getting more of. And I can't wait to see how that's gonna develop. I'm curious about him. I'm gonna let him here, precisely because he's been so hyped up. There's also the thing about the trick of what he's doing with the coin when it comes to season 3, when he was teaching his students, so I think he deserves to be here. Not enough information, but he's gonna be there. Next is the gentleman, the Tot Kamui, and the queen of the underworld, as we all know her. We'll get to her when it comes to the Misfit class. The master of magic beasts. I'm not gonna place him any higher. I feel like he's the one that most unlikely to see him again and actually have a big importance on the story. But I do love magical beasts, I do love his power, I just love familiars, I love summoners, so yeah. We don't have much information, but I just really like it, because of the fact he's a summoner. I really want more summoning in this show, but anyway. Now, anyone else who's not from Babilis? The 13 Crowns, that's something we can be dealing with, I suppose. There aren't many of them here. There is obviously the father of the council president, Mary, there we go. Father of a Mary is someone who's very compassionate, who loves humans. I do remember him. I like him. He is going to go above the brother of Sabrok because I think he's cool. He knows also that Iruma is a human. He's one of the 13 Crowns, which means he's one of the strongest characters in the show. Well, one of the top 20 at the very least, I suppose. I don't know, the power scaling is very interesting. I want to see more fighting in this. I'm so hyped about the show, I really am. I believe there aren't any more members of the 13 Crowns here. Yeah, everyone else here is a student. Obviously, if I've opened multiple tier lists because there wasn't one that had all the characters and I didn't feel like pulling all of them out because this video is slightly rushed. But anyway, talking about the 13 Crowns, it's time for an amazing waifu, the mother of Asmodeus. She gets a B. Not only because of her character design, she's just cool, I think she's interesting, but yeah, it might be mostly because of her character design. Anyway, I do believe even if there are any other characters of the 13 Crowns here, I obviously don't remember them, they haven't made... Oh, I do remember, I actually do remember that the last episode of season 3, we got this one, little information about this one, and the fact that she is actually a rival of Bachiro. I'm messing up her name, the master of Iruma that taught him how to shoot. I really don't know though, I hope I'm not missing any. I mean, I'm probably missing some characters, but obviously enough, if I'm missing them, that means they haven't left on me as much of an impression, or that I don't like them. So, or they're from the manga, which once again, I know nothing. Hopefully if I'm zooming in whenever I show these, because I don't know how well you can actually see the pictures. Let's go with the brother of Jazz. There we go, I'm remembering the names, I'm remembering this. He's going to go into Curious. He gave his brother the little whistle that saved him, but he's a horrible brother. We still don't know anything about him, but he has traumatized Jazz a lot, so I'm very curious how their brotherly bond is gonna develop. Is he gonna be an antagonist in the future? Possibly. But yeah, I think that's that. Any other characters that are not from the school? I believe that that's when it comes to characters that are not from the school. It is time. Actually, there really hasn't been any. I guess I really do like most of the characters. First, teachers. I believe this is the teacher that specifically taught the lion, and they had a very enlightened conversation about the meaning of life. She's gonna go into sea. I just really like that moment. You know what, no, it's unfair. We know nothing about her, literally. I don't know literally anything. I haven't seen her powers. She has to go there. Although I really like the gimmick with the insanely... the King of Feats. There we go. I forgot his name, but I do remember his bloodline ability. He just goes there. If that's another character, by the way, if I'm mistaking the character, and it is what it is. Anyway. The shopkeep. I think he's just a gag character. But he's the shopkeep that always messes with Iruma. He has to. He has to get a high place. It's never gonna be important, or it's gonna be an amazing review and I'm gonna love it. So he has to be in a B. Now. Students and student council. Oh wait, I need to finish the teachers. So this is, I don't remember you, I know you're also a teacher, I know your existence. You go here because I don't know much about you. But talking about teachers, this guy here apparently taught Kalego. And solely on that fact, he has to be B. Because my interest is not just piqued like the characters in C, it's out of this world. Similar to, obviously, the Brother of Sabro. And he also had the amazing speech and giving me the motto of the school. It was brilliant. It's episode 19. It's amazing. I absolutely love that episode. It's phenomenal. Yeah, just that so little thing of him being the teacher of Kalego, or at the very least the superior officer at the moment, is very interesting. I think it could be just a joke, but he is one of the main teachers there, so I think he might be more interesting than I originally thought. Now, we're gonna go with, real quickly, this guy who's actually kind of the parent of Alice, Asmodeus. He's just gonna go at the top of D, because he's decent, he's the cool butler that looks after Alice, I like him. He's not anything, you know what, I think he fulfills his purpose great, so I'm gonna place him at C. Yeah, no, he fulfills his purpose, just yeah. The top of D, there. I don't dislike any of these characters, just not enough information. It has to be there, we haven't gotten much of him. I think the first time we saw him is in season 3, so I can't place him higher. Now, the student from the Magic Apparatus Club. Wait, any more teachers? Oh, wait. Character design, eh? I can't place you in B just for character design. Plus, I like the Mother of Asmodeus more. So, yeah, she's cool. Plus, she's the one that actually taught Clara her awesome ability to drain magical power and then give it to other people. Yeah, I did forget, she's actually pretty interesting. She's a very strong demon, apparently. Just like all the teachers, which episode 19, peak Iruma-kun, I love that show. Now, more teachers. Luck manipulation. Solely on the fact that this is one of the most broken abilities. They even made a statement whenever they were doing this character, the first time we saw him, whenever he lost to, what's the name? Blonde kid, the one that became a demon king with Iruma? I forgot his name, with L did it start with L? I need to remind myself, I can't wait for season 4. I'll memorize the names, they're awesome.
Later.
Manipulating luck is insane. It's one of those abilities that I feel like if this show actually gets into the fighting aspect, this is gonna come up again. I'm gonna place him at B, just because I'm so curious about his power and what he can do with it. Next we have the teacher that almost pretty much got killed by Sabrok. He also has an awesome ability that makes him immortal, so solely on his magic and also on the fact that he cries whenever he's drunk. I don't know, he's interesting. He's a straightforward character, just like Kalego. The top of C. I think he's cool, we haven't gotten much of him, that's about it. Now we have another waifu. An absolutely incredible one. One that has the best taste in the entirety of the series. The Charlotte of the Iruma-kun series. The one that loves the best character in this series. I have to place her here. Yeah, I'm gonna place her towards the high end of C. We haven't gotten much of her, we haven't seen any of her abilities, I like her character design, but now it's time to talk about the two teachers we actually know a lot about. But Bawam is a character that after he's gotten introduced, I've loved every moment of him. I love that he's the first teacher that actually learned that Iruma is a human. He has the whole thing of everyone fearing him, but actually being the incredibly lovely and nice person, and actually understanding that Iruma is a human and not wanting to devour him. So I think he's my, he also really love, he's a badass, he gets A, he has to be, I think he is better than Kiryu, because he's currently much stronger than Kiryu from what I've seen. I love the whole fight they had at Water Park, it was amazing with the giant green dragon, it was awesome, amazing moment showing how awesome he is, and knowing that he literally looks over the entirety of the school with his mana ability because he's that awesome. I think they said he is the second strongest teacher, so I am pretty hyped. I really can't wait to see more of Bawam, and he also is a very strong fighter. He was able to teach Asmodeus and Sab, so he does get A, obviously. Now, real quickly, talking about more of the school administration, we have Sullivan, the most powerful character in the series so far, one of the 3 strongest, literally the next possible demon lord, with all of his mysteries, with all of his interesting moments, especially the final episode where he revealed that Iruma is a human to her. Do we have the first S? I don't know. Yeah, he's awesome, he's fun, but he's also insanely broken. So I think the top of A makes sense for Sullivan currently. Okay. Administration of bubbles. There is one more. Opera. Opera, for being the senpai, as the best character in the series, for seeing his awesome flashback whenever he was training. Just for that, and the fact that he's a wholesome guy, I love him. He's definitely one of my personal favorites. He's gonna get A. So he showed he's insanely strong in water park, just like many other characters. And he just has an incredibly wholesome side to him on top of everything. But I believe that's it when it comes to administration of Babylus. There is only one character I won't be talking when it comes to administration of Babylus. He's for the Misfit class, obviously not their homeroom teacher, but we'll get to him. I think my opinion on him is obvious. Now, Student Council. We don't know much about them. I think they're cool. No, I actually like their whole arc of how dedicated they are to Ameri. I like them as a group. So them collectively, I'm gonna place at C. I wouldn't say any of them strikes me to be much better than the others. We haven't gotten that much, but they're very dedicated. They're cool. The whole little thing once again with them teaching Iruma was awesome. So I'm gonna place them at C. Now, talking about students that are not from the Misfit class, this is gonna take a little bit. Here is also the previous Demon King. I'm not gonna rank him even remotely, because we don't know anything about him. He's curious, but he's such a mystery, I don't even want to give my opinion. I mean, when it comes to potential, I don't know, just literally nothing. Except that Sullivan has great respect for him. And that we know that this world looks the way it does, because it's a reflection of him. Okay, second year. It's the only second year we... Actually, isn't Mary a second year? No, I think she's a first year, right? No, I could be wrong on that. But anyway, the one from the Magical Apparatus Club, the one that pretty much messed with Mary, I'm gonna place him at C, mostly because I think that because he is in the Magical Apparatus Club, he's gonna create some interesting things in the future. I think his importance might be hidden. Next. Ooh, this guy, the one with the incredibly interesting odor that Hiro became a friend with in this last arc. I think he's cool, I like him. I'm gonna place you at pretty high C. We don't know much yet, but you are a part of the Student Council, and your ability is interesting. Also, he kinda saved the room. Oh, Ronoa, the hero of the water park arc. How can I not place him at B? He's the hero. He was able to he was ready to sacrifice himself. Obviously enough, if it wasn't him, he would have died. But hey, because he was ready, and because who knows, someday he might be useful. Just like the shopkeep. He fulfills his purpose brilliant. I don't expect much of him, but he fulfills his purpose brilliant. Now, some newer characters, the ones that were actually introduced in this arc. Oh, here's the sister of Sabrok. I know nothing about her. I'm just gonna place her here. I don't think she's gonna be important ever. Maybe as a motivation for Sabrok, but I doubt that she'll be important in any other way. Brothers that were introduced, the ones that were in a literal war. They were great to show the evil cycle of Alice, which that was such a cool moment. They're equal, obviously. They're very good at working together. Their ability to actually aggravate anyone is something I relate to deeply. So I will place them at C. Maybe these were just one-offs, but I liked them. They did a good job. And also the whole joke with them, the real master being the one who... Anyway, I'm not gonna talk about every single part. They're fun, they're cool. Now, the one that always ends in second. I admit, after I figured out that he's not the real villain, and that he's just a cool guy that's honest and earnest and tries his best, he is going to be the first step. I'll be honest, it's kind of a disappointment to me. He doesn't even perceive the Misfit Quest as rivals anymore. It just feels like a character that's kind of wasted. I understand that this is wholesome, cool moments. Maybe he's gonna improve. But for me, there's plenty of characters that are cool, that are nice, that I appreciate, that are trying to be good, but yeah, I feel like he's wasted potential. He was a good character. I think he had a lot of potential, but Ocho is the one that was interesting. You know what? I think his character design is cool, at least, so sure. I'm not gonna have him attack. He's not going to be the only F. So sure, just on that, but I personally had much higher expectations of him, so maybe that's the problem, but hey. Ooh, Robin Sensei. Right. There's so much I'm missing. I know I'm missing. I'll probably miss something that's cool and I like. But Robin, he's not my favorite, but I like his ability. He's pretty fun, and his shenanigans with Kalego do make me enjoy and have fun. I laugh from time to time when he's on screen, so he does his job. And obviously enough, I think he's a pretty cool badass, as we saw to what he did to this character. right over here. So yeah, I think he has a potential. Best girl on Mary. From everything, from character design to actual character to ability, which is the ability that she's as strong as she believes she is. She's the first student that gets to be into the A tier. I want to see more of her. I love her romance with Iruma. Obviously, she's not in S because I think she has not reached her full potential, but I'm curious to see when it's gonna get there. I am gonna leave the trio and Kalego for the very ending, and we're gonna move to the Misfit class. Before that, Alison. He's getting an A. Not because I think he's particularly... I think he's fun, I do like him, but he is the only character that's getting this high, solely on the fact that he might be personally the biggest mystery in the series, the one that has the biggest stakes on him, so I'm placing him this high solely on the fact that I'm expecting it to be at least a very very good surprise and reveal of what he really is. Is he the previous Demon King? Is he a manifestation of all demons ever? Is he the Ring of Solomon's manifestation somewhere? I don't know. But yeah, I have incredibly high expectations of Alison, so I'm gonna place him there. He has, literally, I would say Kiryu, Alison, and Sullivan are the three biggest characters when it comes to my expectations. My expectations are insane when it comes to these three. And I also personally really like them to where they are currently. Though I really wonder how he would have leveled up. That's also a very interesting aspect, that he levels up each time Iruma gets a higher rank. I like him. He is a part of Iruma. I think he deserves to be there. He's awesome. He's kind of like a second familiar to Iruma. Or his only familiar, realistically. Any other characters that are not Misfit class? Actually, is the whole Misfit class here?
A few moments later.
I mean, I can real quickly do Quara's family, I suppose, but I'll just say it. All of them are in C. They're cool, except the brother that is different. He's in B. He's interesting. Quara's family. That's literally all I have to say about them.
12 seconds later.
Okay, I don't need this to be an hour, so let's just go with Wind Guy. Windblade, the first bloodline ability. He's also a very shy and cool character. He's also a friend with one of the most awesome members of the Misfit class, so he's gonna get the very top of C. I haven't gotten much of him, but he's cool, I like him, and I do think his ability is very interesting, and I wonder how he's gonna be able to utilize it. I wonder whether he'll be able to do much more than he was. He's obviously improved since he trained with the Water Lady, but I think he has a long way to go. He's just there for now. Next, the mystery, the enigma, the reveal at the end of season 3. I guess he's just gonna get... he has to get B. Just for the fact that I knew he existed, and I actually, unironically, forgot he existed for a certain moment. I knew he existed, then I forgot for a certain time, then I remember when I see him occasionally. He's doing his job so brilliantly. I constantly forget it and I remember he exists. So he has to be at B. Just once again, another character that fulfills his role perfectly. I don't know what's his power. It probably has to do... it's probably the opposite of the Dem though, which we'll talk about her in a sec. Kurumi, right? That's her name, right? I think so. It's probably the opposite, where people actually ignore him and don't pay any favoritism towards him. I think so, maybe. Kalego noticed him, which makes sense, but anyway. The King of Feasts, just for the having the King of Feasts, having this character design, he's also gonna be very high at C. I don't think anyone is gonna be under C, and I don't think anyone is even gonna be under any of these characters when it comes to the Misfit class. I love all of them, I really do like them. I am curious to why he trained with this guy though, the lion. And being a friend with Jazz is definitely interesting, but anyway. So, this is the character I think about, right? The Gojo of this series. Okay, no, but maybe someday, maybe he is the Gojo of the future. No, I don't think so. But he's definitely not. But his eyes, his beauty. When it comes to looks, he's definitely the Gojo. Just on pure looks. I'm so sad I forget the names of these characters. I love them. Iruma-kun is one of my favorite shows, and I'm so glad I don't remember the character names. I literally just rewatched one episode 19. Not rewatched, I watched for the first time. And it was epic. It's honestly a big reason to why some of the teachers might be in a higher position, as I said. But yeah, he is getting A. From his character actually being interesting, caring, becoming a leader in this season 3. So I think season 3 was very good for him. I've always liked him. I have liked him ever since Water Park, where it was the review of his power. I think it's Alec Red, right? I think so. I could be wrong. No, I'm definitely wrong. But his ability, his design, his character are all things that I like. I would like if he was sleeping less. I do get that's his character shtick, but I think it would make him much cooler if it wasn't. But once again, I think he has a lot of potential to become one of my personal favorites. And he kind of is, only on the fact we've gotten... I think pretty much everyone has own from the Misfit class has gotten developed from Season 2. And obviously Season 3 did a lot of development as well. Yeah, maybe that's why I like them so much, because I feel like Season 2 and Season 1, or rather Season 2 and Season 3 have done a lot of development for the Misfit class, while Season 1 developed almost solely Iruma. Next, we're gonna go with the second young Demon King, who's going to get a pretty high position B. I'm very curious that he is the one that was able to win together with Iruma, but I think that's mostly due to luck. I do love his controller ability, I think it's incredibly useful. I am wondering how high is his potential overall, but he was able to improve his concentration, become one of the best scouts we've seen in this series. Obviously second to Baum that can sense the entirety of the school, but yeah, he's interesting, a lot of potential, definitely a B. Next, Kamui, the Gentleman. This might be my most unpopular opinion, but this gentleman is an A. I will be fair. His joke is just there. I know, he appreciates the ladies, so on and so forth. He has one of my favorite abilities in all of fantasy, which is the ability to communicate with other magical creatures. And he can kind of tame them, he can use it solely on that fact alone. And the fact he was working with Kurumi, which we'll talk about in a second. I like Kamui. I think he has a lot of potential. I really want to... It's mostly because of his ability. I just love summoners, I love individuals that use magical creatures, and that's his whole thing. And also, it is interesting that he can speak just all languages in general, so I'm certain interesting things can be done with that. Next, let's talk with some... Actually, first, ex-Elizabeth. Character design. That's all I have to say. Next, Jazz. I really have liked how Jazz has been developed as the bigger brother. He obviously has a issue with his older brother. He wants to actually become a bigger brother for his friends, to become there to care for them, to help them. He's developed his ability. I think he's grown. He's definitely nowhere near the top, but I mean, yeah, I think just like this kid, which I really want to say his name was Wall. I don't know why I want to say his name was Wall. Lead. So Lead, I think just like Lead, he has a lot of potential, especially with his brother. I wonder where that's gonna lead, and I'm just gonna place him there. I do like his fight especially. He's definitely, he was in a very cool fight. He proved to be a good leader as well. So I'm gonna place him there for now. Sabrok is gonna get to be in a high B before Elizabeth, because his brother is currently the main antagonist. That alone, it is his brother, or at least a member of his family. It has some sort of connection, it's obvious. It has to be. And no, he has the same color that allows him to use his bloodline ability. Obviously, this interesting setup can mean a lot of things. This is a very good opportunity for Sabrok to grow as a character. I still like Sabrok a lot. He's grown a lot from the first time we saw him, and I feel like he's good, and he's the rival of Iruma, so he's cool. But his bloodline ability is amazing. I like it. I don't think he's using it to its maximum potential, but that can be said about everyone. I love that he sacrificed himself for Alice. The battle in Water Park personally really brings him up for me. And that conversation he had with Alice, I think makes him, even if he wasn't the brother of the main antagonist currently, I think he would be in B without any question because of the Water Park arc. It really does bring Sabrok high, and I love his familiar, which is an important part for me. As I said, I love familiars, I love summoning, so he has one of the coolest familiars. He deserves to be there for so many reasons. Sabrok is cool. Talking about cool though, I mean, I'm sorry Clara, I like you, but you're the ultimate gag character that just works, so you're at the bottom of B. I think she's living up to the maximum of her potential, and currently that's slightly disappointing for me. Unless she grows, even remotely. Here's the thing with Clara, I like her, and I think I will always like her, but that will be just it. She's never gonna become the real love interest for Iruma, in my opinion, that's for Mary. She's never going to become a strong fighter, because I think there's so many more characters that fulfill that role. She's never gonna be even integral to the plot, unfortunately, when it comes to character connection to anyone except her father. That's a mystery currently. But she doesn't have any familial connections to anyone interesting. She does have an amazing power, but she's such a gag. I don't believe she'll be able to be interesting by the end. She's awesome, I like her, and I wouldn't want her removed, but I also don't expect much of her. I could be wrong, but currently in the anime, that's my opinion. I'm leaving the best for last. And now here is the question. Do I want every single one of these characters in S? These are kind of the characters I think I love most. If I do a top 10, I think every single one of these is definitely there. Question is every single one in top 5? You know what, first, Kurumi, Demon Queen, the damn doll queen herself. Even though she loves making Iruma cross-dress, she is the first S from her bloodline ability. She's honestly one of the most overpowered characters in the entirety of the series so far when it comes to potential. She has mental magic, which is very rare. Baum did explain it in the magic system. I think it hasn't been mentioned that she is dumb, so her intellect I think is pretty good. The character arc with Kamui, where she became the queen, and the second leader against Alicrat. Or, right? That's his name, I think. But yeah, the war these two had was awesome. She became a leader of a lot of magical beasts. She became a real demon queen in her second form. And she's an awesome idol as well, awesome singer. But one of the biggest reasons that she's so awesome, not because of everything I mentioned so far, but she also has two familiars, which is absolutely unprecedented. I think she's the only character in the series so far we've seen that has that. She's just insanely broken. She has potential when it comes to the plot, with being a damn doll, having a lot of influence, her ability making everyone favor her, like her, so on and so forth. She has two familiars. Just when it comes to fighting, when it comes to actual relevance in the story, she has so much potential. And that is it. I think she currently might be the most powerful out of the students when it comes to just pure potential. But talking about potential, I will place Alice currently as of the end of season 3 because of the awesome review of his evil cycle. At the bottom of S, it was an amazing moment. It showed how cool he is. He has one of the most awesome familiars. Just like Kurumi, he does have mind magic, which is decently rare, not the rarest, as the bloodline ability. But these two, is that the case? They don't have bloodline abilities, but they have the second rarest thing. I think both of them do have bloodline abilities as well, but no, Kurumi does have bloodline ability. Wait, Kurumi can use all three types of magic. As I said, she's broken. She has bloodline ability, she has mind magic, and she also has the normal spellcasting. Alice hasn't revealed any bloodline abilities, but his evil cycle is awesome. He has trained with Baum, which made him a very good fighter to actually activate his evil cycle. So yeah, I think at the bottom of S, he definitely can change, but he's the servant of Iruma. And once again, the conversation with Sabrok, personally, in my opinion, improved him. It definitely put him higher, and is definitely making him into a good character. I do really want for him to stop being such a simp for Iruma, and definitely become his real right-hand man. But in my opinion, in order to be the best right hand for a character, you have to be able to criticize them. And I don't think Alice is ready for that. So you know what, sadly enough, Alice, I'll place you at the very top of A. But as Morris is amazing, I really like him, I think he has a lot of potential to become one of my favorites. I just think he needs a little more, one more season where he develops and actually just stops being an Iruma sim and actually truly understands him and develops. Talking about development, Iruma is going to go under her. He's going to become the bottom of S. I'll give my opinion. I love whenever the main character develops. Iruma definitely started as an absolute zero, so it's very easy to see his development. He actually has become able to care for his friends, and he hopefully enough is gonna stop saying yes every single time, but he can fight better. He learned from Bachiro, right? That's her name. Bachiro? I don't know why I'm forgetting her name. But yes, Iruma has developed a lot. He obviously has gotten the most amount of development, being the main character. A very cool moment. He has multiple cool moments, which I think definitely proves that he has a lot of potential. The very interesting part of him being a human in this world, having his own unique magic with his blood, giving him these unique powers, he has so much potential, which is good. That's how a main character should be. He has a lot of room to grow. Currently, I'm really liking the trajectory. The evil Psycho Iruma is absolutely amazing. He will be tier S. I love him. So he's also very, very much so pushing. At the moment where he stood against Kalego, it was great. I absolutely loved it. Iruma, in my opinion for now, is going in the right direction. He has his ambition, finally. He has a reason to be a main character, which that's very good. I'm happy that he was able to discover that. He was able to become the young king, and there's hopefully he's just gonna go up. I can't wait to see where he's gonna go. I'm really enjoying him, which I think it's a rare thing for me, but I think it's a good sign whenever the main character is one of my favorites. It just means I'm enjoying the show. Now, talking about the awesome sensei of the series, my favorite character in the entirety of the show, Kalego sensei. An awesome teacher character. He has the best familiar in the series. He is also one of the strongest teachers in, I think he said it himself, only equal to him is Bawam. Obviously enough, Opera and the principal don't exactly count. I think, yeah, I'm not missing anyone else, but yeah, I think just on his own power, the fact that he's so strict. I like Kalego for so many reasons, I'm not gonna go deeply into it, but he flexed so great whenever he was in the water park arc. I absolutely adored it, just one-shotting that monster. I loved the entire thing of him going over house to house, showing that he actually cares. He really wants to develop them into the best possible demons they can be. And I love the young Demon King arc whenever they were fighting to become, and he actually gave them encouragement. He believed in them. He wanted to see them improve and become stronger. And I just think he's an amazing teacher. I think he is definitely cultivating the Misfit class to become great, to become the next 13 crowns. And I do believe that he's absolutely amazing. He has the best familiar. Just a quick little fact for me. My favorite type of element magic is lightning. My favorite animal, and just one of my personal favorites just in general, is a dog. One of my favorite mythical creatures just in general is Cerberus. He has a lightning Cerberus. On top of being an absolutely awesome character, also, he's familiar with Iruma, which that's a cute little gag, but he has great respect for his students. He's an awesome character that actually tries to understand them. He's trying to improve them. He is just also a serious character, which I really appreciate in this unserious and comedy-filled world. So, I don't have much to say except the fact that I think he's very good. I mean, he's just my favorite. He has one of the coolest fights. He has fights is generous. It really is generous. But he has one of the coolest moments. Once again, the whole thing with Iruma. He has one of the best characters in general when it comes to just dealing with the Misfit class. And I also really like his character design too. I think he's awesome. Now, his backstory with Opera is also something I'm super interested in to see. I want to watch an entire arc where they're in the past, him, Opera, Bawam, just going throughout the school dealing with their own shenanigans. And also episode 19 just continues to solidify that Kalego is awesome. He'll probably end up being my absolute favorite. I hope he becomes also stronger, just like the Misfit class. That would be a cool arc where maybe he learns that he wants to maybe become the next principal. I have no idea. But he's absolutely amazing. Can't wait to watch more. But for now, that is the video there. You can subscribe to my channel there. And I hope you enjoyed this video where I shared my opinions with you.